Hey everyone, and welcome back. I've got a small introduction into this particular subject. Okay, I want this to be short, I want this to be snappy, and I want this to be informative. So I've created this small animation with, of course, a YouTube tutorial, but I really want to focus on what we're trying to emphasize here. Behavioral analysis, okay? And as you can see, it's analyzing, right? And that's what behavior analysis really does. It's analyzing the user behavior, the application, making sure that everything is benign and there are no indicators of a potential attack, okay? So for my non-technical audience, I want to start with this. It's an adorable video, but very meaningful. And I've stolen this from one of my colleagues who does use this often with his presentations, and it does a cracking job. What I'm trying to really push over here is that if it walks like a duck, if it quacks, if it wags its little tail, if it has those little cute feet, then yes, it's a duck. As soon as that duck starts barking, starts going ahead and jumping 10 feet, then it's not a duck. It's something else potentially. And then we have suspicion. We may need to analyze it further. We may need to actually stop it. But that's what I'm trying to really push over here. Now, if we compare it to from a technical aspect, if a Word document, I sent you a Word document, and that Word document looks fine, but in the background there's a script running. It's changing configuration once opened. It's no longer a Word document. It's potentially malicious. Now, of course, the front of it can be a Word document, but we shouldn't be treating it as a Word document. We should be treating it as a threat. And that's what I'm really trying to get into. So let's move away from the non-technical aspect and let's go into an actual flow. So if I'm going to send you an email, and that email contains one of these three applications, okay? Behavior analysis is going to go ahead and analyze what is happening with that particular application. Behavior analysis knows the 10, the 12 things which those particular applications can and can't do. So if we go ahead and open that application, maybe it was the Word document, and it starts going ahead and running scripts, changing configuration, or all of a sudden it starts doing mass encryption. We know that's not just a Word document. That is something else, and it's definitely malicious. So what happens from there? The behavior analysis engine will go ahead and immediately alert and block, depending on your configuration. If you have a SOC team, they will go ahead and block it for you if needed. They will go ahead and review, investigate what exactly happened. Where did that file actually originate from? Okay, and that's all with the benefit of behavior analysis. Now, that's one aspect of what could happen. Now, the second aspect could be continuous monitoring, which behavior analysis provides. So irrespective if I go ahead and open the file, nothing happens, whereas it might be related to a logic bomb virus, which is a virus which could detonate at any time. I could continue using the application, but maybe on my fifth save of that particular file, it then goes ahead and starts acting malicious with whatever that's being released on the code. So behavior analysis, irrespective of when that happens, it will go ahead and continuously monitor. And then from there, it will say, yes, it's still safe. Not it's safe, move on. It's still safe because of that continuous element. And then from there, you may go ahead and continue doing what you're doing, changing the configuration on the particular words application, going ahead and actually presenting. So it's not being quarantined. The process hasn't been killed. You can continue using that until something changes, okay? And that's the benefit of the behavior analysis. This is a very simple flow. It can get much more technical from that, but I don't want to get in that depth, okay? The real benefit, or the real goal, should I say, of this particular session is to help my sales team have those conversations. If it's from the vendor or from the MSP with the end customer, have the conversation and be confident with speaking about behavior analysis and give examples. This is one of the easiest examples you can give. Now, takeaways. I want to give you something that you could take away and have conversations with those particular end customers. And really the benefits, as I mentioned, is that real-time monitoring. Okay, the continuous monitoring, irrespective if it's half an hour after opened or 30 days after opening that file. The engine on the application of the EDR will continuously monitor and make sure that there is nothing that is potentially malicious or even suspicious that's going on. And then from there, an alert can occur and the SOC team can respond accordingly. Now from there, we have our advanced threat detection, which again, the main difference between a traditional antivirus compared to an EDR. A traditional antivirus is constantly going ahead and querying that reference. Hey, we've seen this file. Right, let me see what was possibly being said about this file on the particular reference. I want to go ahead. Oh, it's benign. We'll let it through, okay, until the next scan. Another file. Oh, with the reference, I can see that it's malicious. It's a Trojan. I'm going to go ahead and block it, right? So it's referencing. Without that reference, traditional antivirus adds zero value, really, okay? And even there, that's a limitation. What happens if the file is net new, okay? And it is a net new, a zero-day vulnerability or a zero-day attack on that particular device, okay? A traditional antivirus's reference list of what it's pulling down is not going to update nowhere near as quick as that particular virus that could be able to go ahead and start spreading, okay? That's why we need to rely on behavior analysis, because it allows you to protect from zero-day vulnerabilities and attacks, and for things like fileless attacks. So not even relating it to a file, it could relate to something within the memory, okay? You have your early detection and response. Because of the behavior analysis technology, you have early warnings, okay? That, hey, this is an indicator of a particular attack. The attack may have not actually started, but there's suspicion, there's lateral movement, okay? There's no destruction that's happened just yet, but already that's raising concerns, okay? And then from there, you have your instant response capabilities. Behavior analysis logs, and is going ahead and log in detail and provide you more than enough information and data enrichment for you to be able to actually understand what has happened. That is going to be perfect for a SOC team and an IR team to go ahead and respond or react to a potential attack. Okay, it allows them to have more than enough data to make those quality decisions for you. The worst case is, and I've always said that, especially when advertising things like an EDR, you would want more information than less information, because if we don't have enough information and we don't have enough details to say this is an actual potential malicious piece of software, we may allow that to go through just by accident because we don't have enough data. I've seen it happen before. And it is a scary aspect. And then your contextual understanding, going ahead and analyzing, it's going to understand your baseline. What is normal, okay? So the great thing about that, if you have 5 of those Word documents spreading out and one of them causes an alert on one of those endpoints, we've actually understood that yes, the file is pretty much safe, but for some reason that particular file on this particular machine is having issues. That's going to allow us to have awareness of what else is happening on that particular machine that's causing that to be an issue, okay? The thing is, it's like a spider diagram. There could be so many different aspects of what was going on with that particular event, with that particular machine. Why are these 4 acting completely normal, but with this one, there's an issue? Is there another piece of software there's a conflict with? Okay, or maybe indeed it is a logic bomb virus. Okay, again, it's those sorts of things which give us questions and allow us to understand and explore more. And then adaptive defense. Okay, machine learning, artificial intelligence. It's going to go ahead and analyze and understand what's normal on that particular machine, create a baseline, and go ahead and eventually provide us less false positives and overall less noise. So again, under 10 minutes, I really wanted this to be snappy, informative, and I hope it was. You've got the benefits there, and I'm always open to be reached out to if it's going to be an MSP, an end customer, of course, my colleagues as well. I just want this to be informative. I want this to be fun. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope this has been informative, okay? And I'd like to thank you for listening again. See you next time.